Hey guys, let me tell you about the technologies that we use to make remote working a success with Support Adventure. So, number one is T-Sheets. I told you about it above. It's a clock-in program that will send any manager who's assigned to staff alerts when they don't clock in on time on the schedule, and you can track time on projects on that. Very useful. It's owned by QuickBooks, and there's a link below. Google Docs. Of course, you know this, but I would recommend that every entrepreneur get Google Docs and start having collaboration happening on there, meeting agendas, having sort of project sheets, having forms that potential clients and potential hires are sort of like feeding into. It can all be done there, and what's really good about it is the live collaboration and the saving of revision history. So you always know who made which change when, and you can bring back previous versions of the document. So we mostly use the sheets, which is like Microsoft Word documents, and the spreadsheets, which are like Excel documents. The forms are really good too, and there's all sorts of other tricks you can use there. I'd recommend you give each member of your staff their own Google account with their work email address. You can sign up with existing email addresses or sign up as an organization as well. So next one is Calendly. Book. You basically say when you're available for various different types of meetings, a list of questions you want when people book them, and then people can log onto a website and book a time to speak with you. You can set buffers between meetings. You can set all sorts of different options. You can do a Zoom meeting integration. Zoom is the next one. And basically the idea is when someone wants to talk with you, rather than saying, hey, you got a minute, you say, hey, I got a link for you. Book a call. Thank you very much. And then you talk about the intended topic of conversation at the scheduled time. Makes your life a lot less chaotic, doesn't it? Yeah, I think so. Next one is Zoom. So you can do Calendly so that Zoom creates a meeting automatically as soon as someone books a call. So then they get a calendar invite and a link to Zoom. They click on the link and there you are in the meeting. It's great. Then you can just record. The recordings will be tagged with the name of the person who booked it and all that sort of stuff. And well, cloud recording on Zoom works well. You usually need to buy upgrade so that you have enough storage for all the great meetings you're going to have, and you don't have to review every meeting that you record, but just make sure they're there in case there's ever any discrepancy of who said what when. Zoom recordings keep you up and keep them online, and you can review them whenever you want to see who said what, and it's a great way of solving disputes and getting other staff members up to date on things like this person wanted this is how they described it, etc. A little side note, there's one called otter.ai, OTTER.ai, which will automatically scan your videos and audio files from recordings and turn that into automatically generated text. That can be very useful as well. TeamViewer. This is the remote control tool that's most used in the world. It's a German company, so it functions quite well, yeah. And basically, TeamViewer is used in tech support a lot. So if you need to see someone else's screen, you just tell them go to teamviewer.com/download and go to quick support, and then they download a quick file, open it, they give you a number and a password. You put that on your TeamViewer. You can see and control the screen remotely, send files, and even do conference calls and stuff like that. And it's a really good, fast way to control someone else's computer, which Zoom also does, by the way. You can control someone else's computer through Zoom, but TeamViewer is the actual industry standard for this. So we use it, and you can do unattended access, meaning that you can install it so that you have a password to log on to a computer even when someone's not there using it. It can be very useful in the case of desktop computers in the office or any sort of environment. You need people to be able to log in without a user being there on the computer. All right, Freshdesk is a ticketing system. A ticketing system is like, if you've ever called a customer service number and they give you, okay, your case number 3679, and call back and give us that number, that's a ticket number. And basically, it creates a sort of page with entries for every single case that a business is dealing with, and so that they can be managed, transferred between team members, audited, so that statistics can be made based on them, and so that the customer service process can have a sort of streamlined way to make sure that balls are not dropped. And once that happens, just you have to have a meeting every week with your team members and make sure that you see all the tickets open under their name and what they're doing about it, what the next steps are, whether they require transfer to another member of staff, whether they're waiting for someone outside of your organization to do something, or whether it's actually resolved and you can just mark it as resolved. Freshdesk is free to start with, and it's really, really easy to use. It's a slick interface, good phone interface, and I really like it for an entry level. A lot of the more advanced businesses use ConnectWise and Autotask, and I've heard Salesforce does a good one too. I don't know, the ConnectWise and Autotask are enterprise level, like operational center, awesome ones. So yeah, check it out. And the last thing I'm going to tell you about is how in my business support venture, I managed to pay people on 5 different continents, including North America. We don't have any staff in North America, but we do have some vendors over there. And basically, TransferWise is the leader in international payments around the world. It costs like 0.5% to change, for example, euros into US dollars or vice versa. They support all sorts of currencies. You can open up balances in various currencies around the world and pay 0.5% to change into those currencies, and then send money as like almost like a local transaction in those countries with currencies. So I use it as much as possible. It's got a great mobile interface. They've got a business support team that actually answers the phone. Last time I checked, they're getting a lot bigger, a lot faster because they're so awesome. And you just save so much in fees. I mean, I'm talking about $10,000, and you can change the currency of that for $50. Isn't that amazing? Banks will charge you 5 times as much, 2.5%. And so that's pretty much it, folks. That's the basic stack of technologies I use. And of course, Office 365 email would be the last one. Don't mess around with other email solutions. Google or Microsoft are the best. Office 365 is a great platform. I prefer for Google Docs for documents and Office 365 for email. Microsoft Teams has come a long way, but it's just a really slick email platform for enterprise-based communication. Thanks a lot, guys. My name is Eric from Support Venture. If you need any help integrating these things, we give free 15-minute consultations with me. And, well, we can also provide you assistance implementing any of these technologies in your business if you want. If you enjoyed this, subscribe if you like it. Thanks for listening. Greetings from Thailand. Take care.